Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, as you can tell by what I'm wearing and the title and the thumbnail of this video, we're gonna be predicting the 2022 to 2023 NHL season. Now, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna predict the top 4 of each division, and we're gonna talk about who I think's gonna have who's gonna make it to the Stanley Cup, who I think will play well along the way, and who I think will win some awards. So yeah, let's hop straight into it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into the content. What am I doing with my hands? I'm doing like some shimmy shit. But anyway, let's go. Now, I won't lie to you, I do think the standings of the divisions are going to end up pretty similar to last year. We're not going to predict like the exact playoff seeding, so I can definitely see 5 teams getting in from one conference and 3 teams getting in from another sort of thing. But we're just going to go the top 4 in each division, talk about the Stanley Cup, and who's going to win MVP. So yeah, hopping straight into it, we're going to start off with the Central Division. I think this one is fairly easy. I'm going to take the Colorado Avalanche, the reigning Stanley Cup champions. Nathan MacKinnon, what more can I say? That dude is the best. They lost a few players this year. I know they lost Darcy Kemper. That's going to be a big loss for them. But, I mean, their backup goalie played really well in the Stanley Cup Finals as well, so I think Colorado's got a good shot of going back to the Stanley Cup. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there. In second place, I got the St. Louis Blues. I think they're going to finish a spot higher. Wait, did they finish second or third last year? I can't remember. Anyways, I got them finishing second this year. I think they can put up a fight. They put up a good fight to Colorado last year, so it's just a matter of can they repeat sort of thing. And I do think they're capable. There's just a few nitty-gritty things with the Blues that they gotta sort out, and then they'll be back to where they were a few years ago. So yeah, I wish St. Louis nothing but the best. And I got Nashville coming in third. I think Nashville are a really good long shot to win it this year. I mean, the Predators are very good all around. I mean, you got players who did really well last year. Matt Duchene, somebody who really stands out to me. Definitely because I didn't have him in my fantasy team last year. Me and fantasy sports. But yeah, I got Nashville coming third and Minnesota coming fourth. I do think it's a close battle between to see if Nashville or Minnesota is going to come third or fourth. I'm going to give the edge to Nashville, but I do like Minnesota and where they're going as well. So I think Minnesota have a few good things going for them, but just like St. Louis, they got to figure out a few nitty-gritty things before they can really take that step up to the next level. So yeah, for the Central Division, it's Colorado, St. Louis, Nashville, Minnesota. When it comes to the West, we got another similar story. I think Calgary is going to finish on top again. I just think Edmonton is too wishy-washy. They got too many stars and not a good enough all-around team to really take that spot in the division, but they have the star power to take them further in the playoffs. So that's why I got Calgary winning the West. I mean, you can say all you want about Calgary. I mean, they lost Johnny Hockey, but you may think it's weird to see me a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, considering I'm a Columbus Blue Jackets fan. But I was in Toronto like July, so about 3 months ago now, and I got this, so I thought I might as well wear it for the video. But yeah, my boy Johnny Hockey, he's out in Columbus now, my favorite team. My jersey's on the way, hasn't gotten here yet, but it will be here soon. So you can expect to see that in upcoming videos. But I mean, you can say all you want about Calgary. They lost Johnny Hockey, Matthew Tkachuk, that whole story. Like, they've gone through some crazy stuff, but they've definitely improved. I mean, pretty much the same core they had last year. It's just a matter of no Johnny Hockey, which is a big loss, and Matthew Tkachuk for Jonathan Huberdeau, plus a few more players from the Panthers. So it's just a matter of what can Calgary do with that core, and I think they can run it back. No shadow of a doubt. I mean, the loss of Johnny Hockey will hurt a lot. I'm sorry I'm saying his name a lot, but I'm just so happy he's in Columbus. But the loss of Johnny's gonna hurt them. I mean, that man will score goals like it's nothing, and it's a shame to see him go for Calgary, but there's no place I'd rather have him in Columbus. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that before I continue to talk about Johnny Hockey. So first is Calgary, second is Edmonton, third place I'm gonna take, 1 second, he might have a jersey of, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Let's just be real here with Las Vegas. Vegas is a glory or bust team. They either go balls to the walls, try to get everything from every player and everyone, or they do go balls to the walls and get nothing, which for them is not making the playoffs. So I think this year they will make the playoffs just because there's going to be so much pressure on that franchise. It's going to be perform or bust. So yeah, I got Vegas finishing third, and the worst thing that ever happened to them is making the Stanley Cup in their first year. Imagine if they won. Oh my god, that would have been insanity. Fourth in the division, 1 spot lower than last year. I got the LA Kings. They got a good core. They're upcoming rebuilding team. It's only going to be a few more years till you really see them make that push for the top. It's just a matter of how much further can this young core take them, and I feel like this is just another year of building and learning before they make that next step. Alright, Atlantic Division. Now you got a few options here of who could go where, what could happen here, this, that, or the other. But first place, Toronto Maple Leafs. Why? Another prediction, Austin Matthews, back-to-back MVP. Now I know you can throw Connor McDavid's name in there, but I just think Austin Matthews has the better pieces around him, and he's got a better all-around team and organization behind him to really jump to that next level. Regular season-wise, we'll wait and see what happens when it comes to the playoffs. I want to say Toronto has the talent to go win a Stanley Cup, but I'll believe it when I see them get out of the first round. Oh my heavens. I'm not a big Toronto fan. I like Toronto. They're probably like in my top 5 favorite teams, but like, I don't know what's going on with them, to be honest. But yeah, Toronto number 1, Tampa number 2. Pretty self-explanatory. They're the friggin' Tampa Bay Lightning. Stamkos, Kucherov, all those friggin' guys, Vasilevsky, they're all friggin' beasts. It's just a matter of, can they put it all together to win the cup? And third and fourth, it's gonna be Florida number 3. I mean, you could pick the number 1 again, but I don't really see it this year, to be honest, especially with how bad they crumbled in the playoffs last year. I'm going to take Florida number 3, and I'm going to take Boston number 4. The rebuilding Boston Bruins, they still find a way to make it, but it's not anything like they were in previous years. So I'm going to take the Boston Bruins in 4th place for the Atlantic. I almost said Metropolitan. The Atlantic Division. Now for the Metropolitan Division. Now, who I've got finishing number 1, I have got the New York Rangers. I am extremely high on the New York Rangers. With that young core that they've got, Shesterkin and net, oh my god, what a beast he is. But, I'm very high on the New York Rangers, and I expect big things from this year, so go out and get it, boys. Do your thing, and yeah, we'll see how they do. I got the Carolina Hurricanes coming in 2nd. You could make an argument for them finishing number 1, but I am going to lean towards taking New York this year. I just feel like they've got the better core. It's very close. It's very close. I just feel like New York has a slightly better core and more will to win than Carolina. It's nothing against Carolina. They got everything you need to go win a Stanley Cup. But I'm gonna take New York to do better in the regular season over the Carolina Hurricanes. I almost said the fucking Carolina Panthers. Fuck, I'm too used to football. But I got the Penguins coming number 3. They're still too stubborn to rebuild. Oh, Pittsburgh. Oh my. They got my local hero, Sidney Crosby. And yeah, that's about it. Maybe they might do something this year, but I doubt it. So we'll see. And shocker, the Blue Jackets fan picks Columbus to finish in 4th and make the playoffs. Johnny Hockey effect. What more can I say? Stanley Cup. Big prediction here, but for the West, not so much, because I got Colorado going back, and I've got Carolina coming out of the East. Now, you might be saying, Skylar, why did you predict New York to get first in the division when you think Carolina is gonna make it to the Stanley Cup final? I just think Carolina's gonna put it all together in the playoffs. You can win all the regular season games you want, but at the end of the day, if you don't put it together in the playoffs, you're not going to win that Stanley Cup. And I feel like Carolina has what it takes to put it all together this year and go to that Stanley Cup final. So, Carolina versus Colorado, big clash of heads, both teams collide, and I feel like Colorado wins it again. Big pick, I know. You would have never saw it coming. But local hero number 2 of mine, Nathan McKinnon, brings Stanley Cup number 2 back to Halifax. And I'll probably miss his parade because I didn't know what day it was. Definitely not upset about that one. But anyways, guys, if you liked that video, make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok in the description down below. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. See you in a bit. Peace.